Ladies and gentlemen, in 10 days' time, we will be going to the elections. Actually, we have 13 days, but we know that the campaign must add 48 hours to the elections, if I'm not wrong. So if you are here for the first time, this is Gashisi Kaman, the tallest man in Black Africa. I'm robbing for peace. I'm asking Kenyans to maintain peace during these elections. Even as we differ, even as we have different opinions, even as we don't agree with Bw.Ruto or Raila Amolo Odinga, it is important we remember that we have a country. If this country goes to the dogs, mambo yakisabaratika, kukiwa na post-election violence or even pre-election violence, I think there are some people who should be blamed and who should actually be taken to court, because we cannot afford to lose this country. These guys that you see, the politicians, will always go to their homes, other homes in Europe, America, and Asia. They will just board airplane, and within no time they'll be safe. But you and me, tutaachwa hapa tukipigana kama makuku na majibwa, kama wajiga. We will not do this. But there are some people who should be blamed kama mambo hayataenda vile ambavyo yamepangwa. And the first people to blame is Wafula Chebukati. Wafula Chebukati anacheza na Simba ananyonyesha. Anacheza na Wakenya. He's actually playing with our minds. He is not doing what is expected of him. Anafanya kazi like the way he is taking this national exercise. Alichukulia kijiga, kiupuzi. We saw him at the very early in the morning, 1 a.m. in the morning. He posted IBC response about this mathematic company and the way they contracted them. Kwa ukiangalia utaona kwamba huyu ni mtu ambaye anacheza, na unajiuliza kwa nini hata, why should he post at this time when people are dead asleep? Kwa unajiuliza anafanya nini usiku, anaficha nini? What is happening in IBC? So this person should carry the burden, should carry the cross, should be jailed if the country goes to the dog. The second person is the CEO, that is Hussein Majani. Ni mtu ambaye anahusishwa na watu ambao wana mipango ya kuiba kura. Mtu anahusishwa na wale watu, even Kisimayu guys. He's being associated with guys from Kisimayu and guys including a deputy governor from Northeastern who have been planning to steal the elections. Na hao ndio ambao wanafanya kazi na hii kampuni, na wale ndio ambao walikuwa na waleta hata the Venezuelan guys who had come to hack the IBC systems so that they can add votes for William Samoei Ruto. Kwa huyu ni mtu ambaye anafaa kufugwa jela, ni mtu ambaye anafaa kuachiliwa aende zake, or he should be forced to resign, because if anything goes wrong, we shall blame this person. The third person who should be blamed is none other than William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto is speaking like a warlord, is speaking like is like the peace starts and ends with him. It's like we are not likely to have peace if we lose these elections. It's like his birthright. It's like the presidency's birthright. The way he has been treating the president, the way he has been insulting his world competitor, that is Raila Amolo Odinga. This is actually trying to beat wars of drums. Kwa hivyo ni mtu ambaye anafaa kukomeshwa mara moja kuendelea because inciting the public. He should be stopped from inciting the public. So if anything goes wrong, he should be taken to the ICC. And we want to remind him that the ICC did not close the file. The file is still active and can be opened should he repeat what he did in 2007 when Kenyans rose against their fellow Kenyans, watu wakawana kama kuku na mbwa, mpaka Mungu akiwa biguni akaona aibu kwa wale watu aliwauba yeye mwenyewe. The other person is the Inspector General of Police. If anything goes wrong, you have a case to answer, kwa sababu amenyamaza tu hivi wakati ambapo Kenyans are being incited by UDA brigades and Kenya Kwanza all over. They are inciting the people na wanatisha hata machifu, and they should be stopped completely. Matiang'i should also be answerable together with his internal security PS, because they have a role to play kuhakikisha kwamba nchi hii, this country is secured before and even after elections. So Kenyans should not butcher each other kwa sababu ya uchaguzi. And even if it goes wrong, and these people should also be paraded in courts of law to answer charges of negligence of duty, and kwa sababu ni watu ambao wanafaa kuhakikisha kwamba this country is safe. This country is a place that we should continue enjoying life, because life is actually a right. It's not a privilege, and it is inalienable. Hakuna mtu ambaye anafaa kukutishia maisha yako. Another person who should be blamed if anything goes wrong in this country is Kinoti. Kinoti is in charge of the DCI na anajua yale ambayo yanaendelea. As far as I'm concerned, he should have paraded Chebukati and his henchmen, including William Samoei Ruto, in court, kwa sababu ya the even mentioning the word rigging should not even be mentioned by politicians. He should be told to come and explain how the elections will be rigged. Remember, Ruto came up with the transfer of voters from various polling stations, about 1 million. He should be brought to book and explain how he knew this, and should be told to explain how he knows that the election materials have been put in one place. Kwa hivyo ni mtu ambaye anafaa kuchunguzwa, aulizwe maswali ili aweze kujibu haya maswali, kwa sababu asipojibu haya maswali people will always ask difficult questions, and the questions may not get the answers. The other person in my view ambaye anafaa kuulizwa ni Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta should not let people down. Unajua ni kumaliza na maliza. Ndio tunajua na maliza, and he should ensure that, because the first duty that he has as the head of state, as head of government, is to ensure that all the government system are working, is to ensure that IBC, although it is an independent body, he has a duty to ensure that this country goes smoothly towards the elections, goes peacefully towards the elections. No election should be rigged when Uhuru is in office, although we can say he is doing everything possible to ensure that this country is going to have peaceful elections. Anajaribu kwa sababu mgala muwe na haki mpe. Kweli amefanya kazi nyingi na amejaribu, and I think Uhuru want to retire peacefully, and he has already bid goodbye to his workers. The other person who should be answerable is Jomo Shero. We know that Jomo Shero is in charge of ICT, na hapo ndipo ambapo watu wa Kenya nafikiria kwamba kura zinaweza ibiwa. Kura zikiibiwa, I think because even Safaricom should be also be answerable, because they are the one who are providing network. They should expose these people, kwa sababu unajua hata wanaweza kujua wakati kura zinaibwa. Again, because we know the presidential results will be transmitted through Safaricom network. Kwa hivyo wanafaa kujibu maswali ikiwa kuna mambo ambayo yatakuwa na walakini ati. The other person, or the other group of people who should be questioned and criticized is both the print and the electronic media, the mainstream media. Ukiangalia utaona kwamba kuna wakati ambapo wanapendelea upande wa Kenya Kwanza sana. The hype Kenya Kwanza wamechukua mwelekeo, and the way they have been criticizing Citizen, kwa sababu Citizen just endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga. They are free to endorse, but they are not free to campaign for them. Ukiangalia for instance KSSM, Cast FM, for instance, is like it has been inciting the people. It has been inciting the courage in nation. Kwa if anything goes wrong, you remember ile kesi ya ule mtangazaji anaitwa nani? Can't remember the name of this guy who was taken to ICC. They have a role to play. Kwa hivyo wanafaa kuhakikisha kwamba this election is secured. Again, when I look at what is happening, I can say for sure that Raila Amolo is destined to win these elections. And it is good for people to accept that Raila is winning the elections. Wakubali ya kwamba hivi ndivyo ambavyo ilivyo. Na asiyekubali kushindwa sio mshindani. He who loses lives to fight another day. Lakini wakati inatokea like it is happening with William Samoei Ruto, kwa sababu kulingana naye, these elections is a matter of life and death. He should accept to lose and accept defeat and congratulate Uhuru Kenyatta for taking this country through peaceful elections and wish Raila Amolo Odinga with the best, kwa sababu he is known to be a person who is very bitter with Jaramogi San, na tunajua kwamba watu ndio ambao watafanya uamuzi. Let the people decide, because without this, let us not have people who are interfering with the elections like Ruto is trying to do. If he do this, I think I can tell you that it is not going to be taken lightly, and the elections can easily be nullified, as we saw in 2017. So the Supreme Court already has a precedent, and what we have is we are staring at an election, a transitional election, whereby Raila Amolo Odinga will be declared the president. So if you are joining this channel for the first time, I'm your host, Segachis Kamen, the tallest man in Black Africa. If you have subscribed, kindly like this video, comment. If you have not, kindly take a minute, subscribe, and you can even hold the notification bell so that anytime we upload a video, YouTube will automatically give you a notification. And have a blessed day. Bye-bye.